Hi, how you doing? I want to talk about weight loss. I'm still going on that journey. Okay. The whole issue, the reason why this has been a very long journey for me, at least 20-year journey for me. I thought that was got somebody was at the window. Okay, this has been a very long journey for me. And the reason why, because I didn't know how to eat. 99.99% of Americans don't know how to eat. We don't know what food is best because there's so many different choices. We don't understand. We'll say, well, I only ate half of a Ritz cracker. No, what's the truth? We should not eat any Ritz crackers. Okay, if you observe Africans, okay, Africans eat the same thing they have eaten for the last 3,000 years, and guess what? Most of them are the same size as they were 3,000 years ago, which is slim. The majority of the Africans who are fat eat this Western diet, pizza, ice cream, and cake and cookies, and they fat and gross. If you look at the Indians eat the same thing they ate 3,000 years ago: curry, all these vegetables, all these spices. And guess what? They're the same size they were 3,000 years ago. And I know there are exceptions to the rule. The ones who just are kind of big, they eat a lot of food. They eat a lot of this KFC stuff and hamburgers and stuff. I know that. But for the majority of Indians, they eat a lot of coriander, a lot of spices, and so on. They eat the same thing they ate 3,000 years ago. And guess what? They're the same size they were 3,000 years ago. So, in my opinion, I wish somebody had told me 50 years ago, I would have been eating this since I was a teenager. I would have been eating this way. Eat what our ancestors ate. So that's what I try to do. I try to eat what my ancestors ate. I'm talking about 500 years ago. I'm not talking about the immediate generation before me. I'm talking about 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago. I'm going to try my best to eat what my ancestors ate. What did my ancestors eat? They ate raw fruit and vegetables. Um, they ate soups and stews. Soup and stews are a biblical food. What are soups and stews? It's just cooked vegetables with a little bit of meat and bread. That's what a stew is. Um, so a soup or stew is an acceptable food. Now, our ancestors did not eat Doritos. They did not eat Cheetos. They did not eat mac and cheese. Um, they did not eat lasagna. And they did not eat mashed potatoes smothered with butter. Our ancestors didn't eat like that. And they didn't. Um, our ancestors ate sorghum and millet. Millet. Okay. They did not eat mac and cheese. Although, look, I'm going to be the first to tell you mac and cheese is good. I have a very good recipe for mac and cheese. I haven't made it in years. Uh, Broccoli with cheddar cheese. Our ancestors probably just ate broccoli with no cheddar cheese. Okay. I drink a lot of smoothies. I don't have an issue with drinking a lot of smoothies. It's just fruit and vegetables with almond milk and some orange juice. Okay. So that's the key to weight loss and sustainable. And to not only weight loss is to be healthy, because just because you're slender, it does not mean that you are healthy. Okay. So I think the key to have sustainable weight loss and to be healthy is to eat what our ancestors ate. Because, like I said, just because you're slender does not mean you're healthy. Okay. Because, like I said, all those things are important: your sodium level, your sugar level, and your blood pressure. So, what you have to do is get all of those down. And so, the only way to do that is to eat what your ancestors ate. So, that's what my opinion, the key to our ancestors is to eat what our ancestors ate. Our ancestors did not eat mac and cheese. They did not eat that delicious Jiffy cornbread or any cornbread with sugar in it. They did not eat like that. If they did eat cornbread, it was just probably very simple, just ground corn and maybe a few spices, just very simple cornbread and lentils. That's probably what our ancestors ate. Um, so that's what my tip for today is for sustainable weight loss and being healthy. Eat what your ancestors ate. Eat what my ancestors. I'm talking about 3,000 years ago. And actually, I can say the same for whites too. I look at the whites from Poland and Azerbaijan, and they eat very wholesome food. Why? Because they're eating what their ancestors ate 3,000, 4,000 years ago. They eat salmon that they caught, particularly the northern place. They'll eat salmon that they caught. They'll take their time, cut it, and smoke it. And that's dinner. And they make their own bread from scratch and all the vegetables that they probably have grown. And they're not fat. They're not fat or overweight either. So like I said, it's a disappointment to you, but our ancestors did not eat cheesy burritos. Okay. All that food is good, but it's not what our ancestors ate. So I'm urging you to eat what your ancestors ate from 3,000, 4,000 years ago. Have a nice day.